Let's see here. Admit.
Okay, all right.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Hello.
Hey, what's up, everybody?
Hello.
Hey, Liliana.
How are you?
I'm good. Welcome. I've been waiting to hear from Gene all day. I haven't heard from him yet.
It's opened a new world for me.
Excuse me, but he knows, but we'll see if he shows up. Either way, I'm excited. I'm very excited to be here, you guys. I am. Hang on one second. Let me try to change this up a little bit. Yeah, very excited to be here with you guys. We have a lot of exciting things happening. We do only have about 40 minutes to talk tonight, but that's going to be enough. And so what I wanted to start off talking about, for those of you who are here, I'm not going to waste any time. I'm just going to get right to it. So one of the things that I want to do, I'm trying to get some better lighting here. Incredible control and going Dutch Thursday on Fox. There's some noise. There's some background noise. Can you guys mute that, please, or whatever. So for right now, I'm just going to talk a little bit about Revo and what we're about to do. So welcome to the call. My name is Art Mongo. I am in West Palm Beach, and tonight we're going to talk to a couple of the drivers who are in the Palm Beaches and are actually taking rides, doing rides with Revo. Pardon me for 1 second. Gene is calling me. I hope he's available. Hang on. Hey, what's up, Gene? Yeah, Zoom tonight. The other thing didn't work out, so just go ahead and click on the Zoom link. I put it in the group. In the Telegram. Yeah. So I was just getting started, but yeah, come on in. All right, bet. Okay, so that was Gene. Funny how these things happen, but to pick up where I left off at. This is very, very exciting because we know that people have been complaining for a long time. Hang on. Let me add him in. All right, Gene, welcome to the call, man. If you're able to, come on the video tonight, because when I start talking to you, I want people to see you. But you don't have to come on right now. Anyway, what I was saying, this is very exciting, and it's a pivotal moment in our driving lives, right? Most of us have been driving for a long time. I know personally, I've been driving on the Uber Lyft platform for 8 years. I've been driving in general for different companies in this area down in Miami, for a lot of all over South Florida and even out west. So driving is, I guess, in my DNA. So as I talk about these things, I just want to highlight, we know, and it's been going on for a long time, that a lot of drivers are very, very frustrated. Drivers are frustrated across the land, not just in the U.S., but in other parts of the country. Drivers, they have these different organizations that are preparing for strikes. These other organizations they have these coalitions for drivers because they want fairer. They want these big companies to be fair to the drivers. And we know that that's not happening, right? Like every single move they make, they try to highlight that where we can benefit and make more money, but it never seems to happen. Hang on a second. I'll let some more people in. I should have got somebody to do this for me. But nonetheless, so we know that these things are happening, right? And most drivers are so cynical right now because I think some of them don't have a business mentality. Like you can go to them right now with this opportunity and talk to them about Revo, and they're very skeptical because of the way they've been treated. Let's face it, drivers are so beat up that they don't believe in anything anymore. They don't even have a dream.
Okay.
Okay. So tonight, what we're going to do is we're going to have a little bit of discussion. And here's one of the reasons why we are so excited on this call. So Revo is doing things so differently in the industry. We started last March in 2024, but now here we are in 2025, and we're gearing up to really change our lives and futures with what we're able to do, because we're already doing it. We're seeing it working in several cities in the United States. But guess what? This is just the beginning, because before you know it, Revo is going to go global. And here's why. Our developers are creating tools that's going to take us to new heights, new levels. And all we need to do is like having a brand new Ferrari that's been built already. And all it does is need a driver to get in it and drive, right? So what's the best way to do is to have the people who make the Ferrari teach you how to drive it in a safe way, right? So that's what we're doing with Revo. Revo has built the system so that all that we have to do is learn how to use it for our advantage, okay? So again, right now, we're just gonna shift gears a little bit. And I have a few drivers on here that I want to talk to tonight. I just really want to get you guys' take on your excitement level. And I'll start this off. So Liliana, we've known each other for several years now, and I'm excited to have you on our team here with Revo of the Palm Beaches. And what I'd like to do now is I'm going to ask you a couple of questions, and I want you to answer them, if you can, one version in English and then another version in Spanish, if you don't mind. Okay, because I want to appeal to the Spanish community, those that will really benefit from information that we're sharing tonight. So say hello, Liliana, to everybody. And
Hello, everybody.
my first question is, how long have you been a driver on Lyft, doing rideshare?
I've been driving for Uber and Lyft.
Can you turn it up a little bit? It's a little bit low. Let me see if I can turn mine up. Yeah, it's on mine. Go ahead there. I'm sorry.
I've been driving for Uber and Lyft almost 10 years.
Wow, that's a long time. Long
Yeah.
time. Mm-hmm. And what's it been like for you?
Well, in the beginning, it was excellent. We used to make a lot of money because they were only taking like 20%. But then, while the years went by, they kept taking a little bit more and more. So now I think they take about 60%, 65% of all the rides.
Okay, yeah. I mean, we're experiencing the same thing, I think. So if you don't mind, as if you were speaking to the Spanish community, can you just reiterate what you just said in Spanish?
Sí, llevo casi 10 años trabajando con Uber y Lyft, casi cuando empezaron ellos aquí en Florida. En el principio era muy bueno porque se hacía mucho dinero. Ellos sacaban nomás el 20%, ahora sacan casi el 60-70% de las carreras.
Okay. I think I'm gonna do this the other way. I'm gonna ask you to do that first in Spanish, and then tell me what you said. Tell me what you said in English.
Okay.
Okay. So what attracted you to Revo, and what does it mean for you to be a part of what Revo is creating?
Lo que me gusta de Revo es que la compañía va a ser completamente distinta, le va a dar más beneficios al conductor y también al customer. What I like from Revo is that the company is going to be very different from the other ones because it's going to give us more benefits to the driver and also to the customer.
Excellent, excellent. Now, as far as you mentioned earlier about the income that that was excellent in the beginning with these other rideshare companies, the big boys, so to speak. But what do you see future-wise based on your knowledge of what Revo is offering drivers and customers?
Bueno, Revo nos va a pagar el 70% de las carreras. Revo is going to pay us the 70% of every ride, and then with the time, it's going to go 80%.
Yes. So when a ride is $80 or more, it's going to go up to 80%, and then as time go on, it's going to be more to 80% permanently in the near future. Right. What about is there anything to you that's attractive about the 3% as we are expanding and recruiting drivers who have a vision for themselves and their families?
Sí, ese es uno de los beneficios que nos van a pagar el 3% de carreras que ni siquiera estamos haciendo. Yeah, that's one of the good benefits that we're going to get, the 3%, because we just going to get 3% without we have to do any rides.
Absolutely. So what about how I know that you've been very active when it comes to getting your own customers. Can you talk about what you do and how you've been able to get riders? Because as we stated earlier, we're not Uber and we're not Lyft, but we're a Revo, which means revolution. So what have you been able to do to get people to convert people to become Revo riders?
Yo lo que les recomiendo y les digo que es una compañía que recién sale, pero que va a muchos beneficios para nosotros, porque tienen con descuentos y nos dan premios. Hello?
Yeah, go on. Go ahead.
I'm sorry, I forgot what I was saying.
Yeah, that's okay. You was talking about what you've been able to do to get your own riders.
Oh yeah. What I do is that I start talking to them and being friendly, not just directly go to do the referral or anything like that. We have a conversation first, and then I'll let them know that there's another rideshare that I would love
Hey, Gene,
to.
can you mute? Can you mute real quick?
Oh, okay.
Sorry, go ahead, Lillian.
That I would love to
share
the opportunity for them to get cheaper or more affordable rides and also get rewarded every time that they use it. They get rewards and they could use it in the future.
Absolutely. If you had to speak to the Hispanic community, what would you tell them right now if you had a chance to tell them about this opportunity? How would you tell them, for example, we're not talking about right now money. We're talking about a legacy money for building themselves a future and having something to show for it in the future. How would you explain that to people in the Spanish community that Revo is going to be able to do this for them, especially with the things that we're bringing to our community?
Well, I will try to explain to them about the residual income with the 3%, that even if it starts little, as many people that they could have, that's always going to be a small income coming in, and it could grow in the future.
Absolutely. Now, can you say that in Spanish?
Yo les diría que es una oportunidad del 3%, porque aunque sea ahora un poquito de dinero, pero a medida que va teniendo más gente en su comunidad, le va a pagar eso como por vida.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Liliana, for participating in our interview. And hopefully that will help some individuals who see this video, give them a different perspective, because you're a real person, a real driver with a lot of experience. And, hang around, because we're going to talk to a couple of other drivers if they continue to come in. So now I want to shift my attention to Gene. Gene, I don't know how to say your last name, buddy. Can you say it for me?
It's very easy, man.
You can come back on the screen. Come back on the screen for us.
Hold on. Yeah, I'm driving right now.
Okay, you're driving. Okay, so just do me a favor.
Yeah.
Okay, so I want you to do it too. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna ask you a question in English. I'm gonna ask you to say it in Creole first, and then shift it over to explain it in English. So tell us a little bit about yourself and how long you've been driving and things of that nature.
Well, for driving itself, first of all, the name is Jean or Jean Amilcar. But driving with Uber, it's been like 7 years now, maybe more. I started driving with Lyft not for too long, and then I stopped driving for them. They kicked me out. So, and since then I never get in. Well, so like I said, yeah, I've been driving for Uber now for I think 7 or 8 years.
Excellent. Now, can you say that in Creole for me?
Creole.
Yes.
Well, ok. Moi c'est Jean Amilcar ou Jean Amilcar. Et ça fait quelques temps que je conduis avec Uber. Ça fait déjà 7 ans ou 8 ans. Si vous me bien comprenez. Yeah, that's it.
Okay. So I got another couple of questions for you. So what have your experience been like in the rideshare industry with the two big companies? And how do you feel about what they're doing?
Well, first of all, when I first started driving in Uber, they were saying that they take only 20% of it. They take 25%, something like that. And yeah, at first you feel like you're making some money, but they go bad, and then now it's starting like making no money, driving more hours, and you feel like they're taking at least 55 to 60% of the fare, and you cannot make money that way, So it's been very hard for the drivers, and then it's always like frustrating for me especially, and I know it's like that for all the drivers because you cannot make money that way.
Okay, I understand, and you're absolutely right. So do me a favor this time. What I want to do, I'm gonna ask you this question. I want you to answer it in Creole first, and then switch it over to English. Yeah. So, what do you want to see happen with Revo? Well, let me back up. What attracted you to Revo, and where do you see it go? Just the short time you've been involved, and what would you like to see it do for the driving community?
Well, it's very simple. Always like me and you or other people, when I talk to them about Uber or driving, they need Uber and Lyft need a competitor. Oh, you said I have to say it in Creole first, right?
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead in Creole. Go ahead in Creole. That's
Okay.
good.
Yeah. Ou ben et Lyft besoin yon compétition parce que yo même pour quand yo gen marché a, ou pas ka faire comme avec. Bon, si yo te gon l'autre compagnie qui vini, côté que driver fait plus cob et puis passager paye moins, il t'a plus bon. Qu'on y a t'a ka et fonds pour ranger quoi. Qu'on y a là et yo pour que ça c'est pour que yo, quel soit ça fait parce que yo grand pile driver, quel soit ça fait de jour en jour c'est plus petit comme yo ba. So what I mean, Uber and Lyft always needed a competitor because only them, they have so many drivers, they keep taking more money, and driver cannot, cannot make it that way. So I think with Revo coming up, it's gonna be better for the drivers where they can get more money. Because as long as you get more money, you're gonna be happy. Because if you don't make money, there's no way you're gonna be happy. So I think with Revo gonna come or Revo gonna coming now, the driver is gonna make more money, and the passenger gonna pay less, and everybody gonna be happy.
I love the way you answered that. Everybody's going to be happy. Now, see, this is the creme de la creme in the form of the idea, where Revo is the ideal solution, can be the ideal solution for those who embrace it, right? Because you think about all the adjustments. Uber and Lyft has had years to implement things that benefit people. And so far, all they have done is implemented things that benefit themselves. And not a lot of this stuff benefits us drivers, as we know, right? So we struggle. Like you said, we got to work long hours just to make ends meet, just to make ends meet. You drive your car into the ground and you can't even afford to get another one.
Yep.
So, Revo will change that, guys. And so we're excited. Our CEO, Mr. Paul Mike, he just released another video. He's really talking about they just submitted all the new software, the new information inside the app where we can have dynamic driver pricing. The first ever in an opportunity like this. This is gonna break. I'm telling you guys, this is big. This is huge. Number one, we got our favorite driver features. I showed one passenger yesterday. I took her on a Revo trip yesterday, and I showed this passenger my favorite driver list. I had like 4 drivers. Both of you guys are on that list, and I had 2 other people on that favorite driver list. Right? She was like, "Wow, this is a fantastic idea. Uber and Lyft have never even done anything like that." And I said, "And you know what?" I said, "We have cracked the code on all the safety concerns by having this in place." That's huge. That's huge, guys. That alone is a game changer. Now we're introducing to the world something called DDP, dynamic driver pricing. Revo, Rideshare, is introducing that. It's actually been submitted to the Apple people on AOS. What is it? AOS, iOS, and Google, Google Play. So that stuff is already submitted. It should take just a few days to get, approved. And guess what, guys? Pretty soon we're gonna be up and running. Now, I'd be remiss. Let me see who else is on here. Hey, Robert, are you there? I know you're on mute, but if you can hear me, I want you to chime in real quick. Let's see how much time we got. We got a little bit more time. So,
I'm here.
Hey, so Robert, you're another one of our dynamic drivers. I don't know if you're able to get on camera real quick or not. Can you? It's okay if you can't, but we'd like to see.
Okay, I can.
Okay. So let me ask you
Okay.
then. So how long have you been driving on these platforms?
Oh my goodness. Hey, at least been 10 years, I can say as well.
Wow, that's a long time. That's a
Yes, it is.
long time. So now tell me,
Hmm.
what has been your experience in those 10 years with these companies, and what have you seen for better or decline?
Well, yeah. Well, like everyone else said, all the 10-year veterans, uh, Uber and Lyft. Well, a majority of my driving been with Uber. I just jumped on board with Lyft not too long ago, but majority of the time has been with Uber. And um, starting out, of course, it was the money was a lot better. It was a lot more than they're paying now. And so for it to decline, yeah, it does make us. It causes us to work harder and longer hours to generate the income. And then when COVID came in, a lot of the drivers left the platform, and that makes us that made not that many drivers out there. So we have to drive longer distances to even get to a passenger. So that's been the difference in the changes so far.
Yeah, okay. So very good, very good. So Robert, going forward, so being a 10-year veteran at this, going forward, what have you seen from Revo in terms of the plan and opportunity that made you want to be a part of it, and what do you see it being within the next 3 to 5 years?
I do definitely see it. Definitely see it as a game changer when it can actually, because I actually are ready to come off the road. Um, and if when you give it the opportunity to actually build build a team of drivers that's out there, and you have the opportunity to yet receive a residual income from those efforts. That's pretty awesome. That's a game changer right there, because I've been seeking actually for some leverage a long time to bring in some residual income that I can don't have to work as hard, uh, but be able to do many other things that I desire to do in my life: enjoy the family, travel, and know the income, the residuals are yet coming in.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a great answer. In fact,
Mhm.
this is why Rebel is different from everything else that's out there. There's people out there talking about 100% pay and all of that, and we was doing that for a short time. But now, because of the what the company has done, um, they're not only giving us the 70% and the potential for the 80%, but on top of all of that, on top of just the driving, what we are able to earn from bringing on board our riders and bringing on board new drivers, it's just the thing that can put Revo in another stratosphere, because the business model itself is brilliant. It's dynamic. So I want to ask y'all this question too, on top of all of that. How do you guys feel about DDP being introduced and you being given control of your pricing so that Uber and Lyft can't dictate to you how much you're going to make, that you can decide that for yourself? We're being given the technology to basically write our own checks. How do y'all feel about that, guys?
I
I'll ask you, Liliana. You go first. You the lady. Ladies first.
thank you. I love the idea that we could do our own price, and obviously we don't want to overcharge,
Right.
but we don't want to undercharge either.
Don't want to undercharge. Absolutely. Great point. Gene, how about you?
Well, I mean, feel great because, like you said, it's the first time something like that gonna happen, and yeah, I think yeah, I feel good about it.
Yeah. How about you, Robert? Rob?
Oh, oh, sure, absolutely. When we're able to, control the prices, but then our prices be lower and be competitive, but yet save the passenger some money. That's a great benefit because everybody in this time we living in, it's about savings, and that's very important. So, so I believe we can get more. I believe we'll achieve more customers, have more passengers, have more happy. We say it that way. We'll have more happy customers, and more customers coming on board when they know that they're receiving a savings. They know it. You know, they know they have a great benefit riding with us. So it's great. I like that.
Yeah,
Great opportunity.
excellent point, guys. All you guys brought up excellent points, and and really, um, it helps us to understand too, though, the good that we can do in our driving community, right? So when it comes to how excited are you guys to go out and kind of build your own driving teams and help these other drivers? Because me, I know I am committed to helping anybody that wants to win and get the most out of their driving efforts. Like I'm here to help. And this is one of the reasons why I have these calls, because I want people to come here and learn as much as they can. I'd be remiss if I didn't bring up the event that's coming up on January the 31st through February 2nd. I've already registered. I hope you guys register to be there, and tell your friends about it. Okay, it costs a little bit of money, but what you're going to make from that investment, let's not forget, that's a business expense. That's a tax write-off. All right, so it's going to benefit you, but it's going to benefit your friends who are serious about making some real money. In addition to it, they don't remember, they don't have to stop driving for Uber and Lyft. In a little bit, guys, they won't want to drive for those guys at all no more. I'm just telling you, So I want to bring home this point, right? We have in front of us a dynamic opportunity for abundance, right? And it starts now. Like this, we're in the season, right? We just went through the holiday season, and it's going to be pretty busy, fairly busy until May. So this month, the rest of this month, going on up until May, we have an opportunity to make a real dent by expanding in this area, right? So we just need to come together, get as many people as we can that are serious about driving and earning more money to that event, right? Anybody in your network that you brought on board, you got to urge them to come to this event, register for the $50 because only the first 100 people are going to get in. They're going to have a very exclusive event Friday night. It's a meet and greet. You don't want to miss that. That's going to be a lot of fun. Also, on Saturday and Sunday, we'll have the teaching and the training on how to take this business to the next level. Okay, so make sure you guys plan for it, and make sure that we take advantage of every opportunity. So guess what? So once May hit, if we do our jobs right, you know how slow it gets in the summertime? Well,
Oh,
if we do our job right now in the summertime, you'll still have business coming in. So you don't have to have the same slow season that the typical Uber and Lyft guys have, because we'll be done built a lot of our clientele up. Okay. And here's the thing, if we get from the summertime back to August again and going into the holiday season for next year, that's prime time for getting into momentum, because now we're gonna be developing stories. I'm here to tell y'all right now, if we come back here on this call in 90 days from today, now you guys are not gonna just be talking about what if and this and that. Guys are gonna have your own earning experiences. So from now on, whenever you do a Revo ride, post that ride in the group. Whatever the ride is, if you get a ride and you do it, post it in the group. I want to see every single ride in the group. Those things are encouraging. It's social proof. It's all of that. All right. So as we get used to using our dynamic driver pricing and all of the features that's built into the app, Now it's going to be social proof, right? Because you're going to be able to show these drivers how much money you're making now. 90 days. In 90 days. So we're going to come back in a time like between March and April. And now we're going to have the social proof. And you're going to see a wave of people adopting Revo Rideshare because of you and what you're doing, you know, what you're doing in the community. So all of you guys are leaders. You are pioneers, leading the charge for Revo in the Palm Beaches. And, you know, I just said buckle up and get ready, because if we do this right, probably this time next year, you might be traveling, doing some training rather than driving. You know, so this is an awesome time for us, guys. So get ready, be ready. I know this call is going to end in a couple of minutes. So I just want to say thank you guys for coming on and sharing your thoughts and sharing your experiences and sharing a wonderful opportunity that we have to not only help the people that are using the service, but there are people out there that need our service. And so I want to thank you guys for being a part of Revo Rideshare with me. And I want to say, let's go out and crush it this week. I'm getting ready to get in touch with everybody that I've touched with Revo since I've started. So you're going to get a lot busy, because I'm going to let everybody know that we're open. All right. So I've touched a lot of people, and you guys have touched those people with me. So now it's time to unleash. Now's the time to unleash and be ready, you know. So as we get ready, we want to bring in some more responsible drivers so that they'll know that Revo is here to stay, and it's not like what they're used to. We understand that people are beat up. We understand that people are skeptical. We understand that people are hurting because they want to be treated fairly. But this is what makes Revo different. So I want to say, guys, welcome to the revolution. Let's go do it big. I'm going to say good night. Thank you guys for coming on. And let's go get them, guys.
Thank you. Good night.
All right. All right. Good night, guys.
All right. All right. Good
Thank
job.
you guys for sharing, man. It's been great.
All right. Absolutely.
I'll get this up, man, as soon as if it record. I hope it records right. So I'll get this up. We got what, 2 minutes left, so I'm gonna go ahead and end the call, and hopefully this thing will download properly and everything be good to go. All right, guys.
All
Good
right.
night, everybody.
Good
All right,
night.
Good
good
night.
night, good night.
Good
Good night,
night.
everybody.
Good night.